What is your American dream?
My American dream is to have a combination of living in an urban environment with a lot of culture and beautiful things, but also being able to be around nature.
As someone who's not a Native American, the dream was to come here and do art and be creative and do it at a high level and have it seen by everyone out there, and it's definitely coming true.
I just want to do what I love and be able to make a living off of that.
American dream, it's like free, like everybody free, and then everybody friendly.
The American dream was to just come to the United States for a better and greener pastures, and I did achieve that.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. It is Friday, July 31st. I have Yo-Yo and Vanessa Ness-quick Contreras in the house. I thought for a second I heard drum roll. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please, for Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, and Vanessa. Vanessa, you are on live on Bradshaw Live. You are sitting in your living room in New Jersey. Someone please remind Vanessa where she is.
I am. I'm right here. Sometimes the frame, it messes me up. I'm like a little to the left, a little to the right.
Where am I? You're here with us. Your buddies for the next 2 hours. And of course, the Brad Squad. I hope you guys had a great day. We'll catch up in a minute. Let me say hello to the squad. LaToya, his forever Peterson. Vanessa, she's still with him. She's not giving him up. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, how are you? Squad up. Christy Consali, how are you? Jeff Bozy apparently gained some weight, at least in his photo. Says, happy Friday, everybody, and have a safe weekend, everyone, everywhere. Cordella Douglas, squad up. Marcia Watson, how are you? Jessica Kalimi, Joel Reed, Hope Arafka. Happy Friday, squad. And on YouTube, let's say hello to David Wright. Still in retirement. Used to be a third baseman on the New York Mets. Donald Horton, how are you, squad up? Paulette Crockett, where's Brad? John Love, how are you? Sweet Dot, squad up. Safria Hamilton, squad up. Beckett up. Ricky. Carmelia, The Journey, saying hi, Brad. AJ, squad up. USCIS fees are increasing. They are. We're going to talk about USCIS fees increasing. We'll also talk about new poverty guidelines. Everyone's going to be very happy with that one, too. Lola, squad up. Jill Go Productions, also known as Jilly Breen. Thank you very much for a great week. Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, Vanessa, Ness-quick, Contreras. How's everything, guys?
Everything's good.
Good.
The weekend's here.
Good. All right. Are you going to have like the best weekend ever?
We'll see.
Maybe I might. We'll see. You're not making
Magic 8 Ball.
You're not making any promises. Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball. Vanessa and Yo-Yo, they are glowing this weekend. Will they have the best weekend ever? And the Magic 8 Ball says, yes, it really does say yes. I always tell the truth. You guys are going to have the best weekend ever. But before you have the best weekend, you got to work 2 hours. Get a paycheck in that bank. Why don't you tell everybody what they need to do while I get ready for some schmoozing?
Absolutely. All right, everybody on Facebook. First things first, everybody on all social media platforms, I need you guys to join the Facebook VIP page. All right. So all you have to do is go on search, put in Bradshaw Live, and join. All right. You'll get different videos that we'll put on there that we won't put on YouTube. You'll also get the incentive of the first, you actually get If you put in your questions, you will get the first round of, we'll do the first 5, okay? So we'll make sure that we have the first 5 questions that you guys put into the Brad Show Live Facebook fan page. You will get the first 5 questions before all of the social media check-in, all right? Now, everybody on Facebook, we need you guys to share. That's the biggest thing that we need y'all to do right now. That's the only way that we can get this show out. Word of mouth. Also sharing, that is sharing. All you have to do is click the little arrow that says share, and you can share it to people's pages. We love you to share in an inbox, because that means that you have to go individually to your friends. Yes, like we're working 2 hours, you're going to be working as well. All you have to do is share it to their inbox and copy the link and share it in a text message blast as well. That's another great way of sharing, all right? Make sure you put all your questions in the comment section right now, because remember, we don't get to every single question. So if you put it in early, get a better chance of getting that question answered. And this is the last show for the week, so you guys have to put it in right now. All right, Ness-quick, what are we going to do on YouTube?
Okay, squad, on YouTube, if you haven't already, you should be subscribed to our channel and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you know when Brad Show Live is on Monday through Friday, every single day, right at the time that you need us. And of course, like Yo-Yo says, you guys, on YouTube, I also need you to share. So go ahead and click that arrow, copy the link, text it to a friend, direct message it, however you're going to get the word out there. Brad is bringing you guys all this knowledge and all this value, and what better way than to share it with the people around you. Also, like we're doing on all other platforms, let's get those thumbs up going. I need to see them going on right now. I have 75 people viewing and only 21 thumbs up, squad. I have a feeling that we're going to have to hold off a little bit on answering immigration questions if I don't get those thumbs up. That's just letting YouTube know that you guys are really liking what we're doing here, and that lets other people know that this is where they should be tuning in around this time, every day, Monday through Friday. And of course, guys, we are on Instagram at Brad Show Live, where you will catch the best snippets of our show. And every now and again, there's a contest on there, but you need to be following us on Instagram to catch those. Make sure that you're commenting, friends. I'm going to look into the comments. I love interacting with you guys, squad. So make sure that you are asking your questions in there and leaving the comments of the day. And we will be able to cover all of that. But without further ado, squad, let's get to some schmoozing with Brad.
All right, it is Friday, Yo-Yo and Vanessa. And I have some really good Friday news. Are you ready? Are you ready for some good Friday news? Some good old-fashioned immigration Friday news. Who's ready for it?
You have to deliver every news story with that much energy.
That's right, because I am psyched for everybody out there. Psyched I am, because we talked about the other day everybody's least favorite form. What is everybody's least favorite form? The I-944, the Donald Trump form that he gets everybody denied because it's that extra public charge rules. Guess what?
Right.
Because the U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York has enjoined the government from enforcing the I-944, Trump either had to appeal it or decide not to use the form. Well, today, USCIS announced in response to the Southern District's injunction stating that it will not apply the 2019 public charge rule, but rather the 1999 public charge rule. We're going back to the Bill Clinton era for public charge. We don't have to worry about I-944s anymore. We don't have to worry about, oh my God, do I need to get out of public housing? Oh my God, but I'm 125% above the poverty level. How come my children and spouse don't get a green card? We're back to the old rules now. Thank God. That is a great Friday. So now, no more I-944. You do not need to file it with your adjustment application anymore. That form, you know what you can do with that form? You know what you can do with that form?
Show him, Brad.
Yeah.
You want to know what else you can do with that form? Woo! And you know what else you can do with that form? And now what we do with that form, there you go, no more form. Get out of here, Form I-944. Get out of here. We don't need you anymore. So true, in all honesty, yes. The USCIS,
that is great Friday news.
and this came out about 45 minutes ago, an hour ago. So we are really, really excited.
Breaking news.
All right, not only am I excited for the clients and the squad and everybody out there, even people, immigrants, I don't know, because it was such an unfair rule. I mean, we talked about it the other day. You have to decide whether or not I get sick, whether or not I can go to the hospital. I don't have health insurance anymore because I lost my job. And now I got to decide.
That was yesterday, Brad.
That's
we were just talking about it. Was yesterday.
That's right. And now we got to decide whether I'm going to have to go to a hospital or die on the street of coronavirus or not get my spouse a green card. Now we're back to the old Clinton rules, which is very, very fair, which says that if you have a tax return that is 125% above the poverty level for the family that you have to support, your family member gets a green card. And if you don't, you can get a second affidavit of support from somebody else. So no more I-944s, no more positive and negative. Remember, I was saying, oh, that's a double negative. You're not going to get a green. Forget about it now. There's no more positive and negatives. It's just basically totality of circumstances. They're going to look at everything. If you're 125% above the poverty level, you should be okay. No one's going to say because you got emergency Medicaid 2 years ago that your spouse now has to get stuck in another country and never come to America. That you can't be reunited with your family. So that was right out of the Trump playbook of how do I stop minorities? How do I stop people who are not rich like me from getting a green card? And that was the perfect way because he said basically, unless you are making over $65,000 a year for a family of four, plus have medical insurance, plus have medical insurance for your spouse, a lot of people may have gotten denied unless they had like a good lawyer like moi. I'm not the only good lawyer, but if they had a good lawyer like moi, they probably wouldn't. But the average person would have gotten their case denied. So that's some good news. You want to hear some more somewhat good Friday news? Somewhat.
Okay, we'll take that.
Somewhat good Friday news. Immigration came out. I have it on my phone. I didn't print it out. But immigration came out with the new filing fee increases are going into effect October 3rd. But some filing fees are actually going down. What they had previously said when they originally gave out the recommendations for filing fee increases, almost every filing fee was increasing 30, 40, 50%. I mean, they were really socking it to the immigrant. Now, some filing fees are actually going down. Let me give you the good Friday news on filing fees. Guess what? You know our friend, the I-130?
Yep.
That fee did not go up. It actually went down by, what did it go down by? No, the I-130, it only went up 3%. The I-130 went up 3%. It's now $550 instead of $535. But it's an extra $10 if you file by paper instead of filing by online. So you save $10 by filing online. But you want to know what, though? That original fee was supposed to be going up 20, 30%. So that's not such a bad thing.
Oh, wow.
All right. For your fiance, if you're filing for your fiance, that fee's going down $25. It's now going down to $510. Oh. Yes. And for your adjustment application, that fee also went down $10. It's now $1,130, not $1,140. So that's not so bad either. So the fees didn't go up so terrible. The one fee that went up, I'll tell you some fees that also went down. Let's see what other fees went down. The I-140 for an alien worker, of course, saving employers money, went down. What else went down here? $145 it went down, actually. And the waiver of the 2-year home residence requirement for a J waiver also went down by a couple $100. The one fee that did go up a lot, was for citizenship. It's now $1,170. It went up 83%. Citizenship went up a lot. So it's $1,170 to file for your naturalization now. That did go up a lot. Your biometrics fee. We hear about biometrics all the time, that it was $85. It's now $30. So in reality, even though the I-130 went up $15, the I-45 went down, what did I say, $5? So that's plus 10. But your biometric went down by $30. So by $55. So there's an actual savings on your adjustment application. I got to do the math right. 15 minus 5 minus 55. So you save about $35 on an adjustment application now, starting in October. The fee actually for an adjustment application in totality, when you're filing the I-130, the I-45, and the I-765, all went down.
Nice.
That's not bad, right? That's a good Friday.
Oh,
I actually like Good News Friday.
That's a good news Friday, except if you're filing for naturalization, it's not so good news. But I'll tell you what, the fee's not going up for naturalization until October. Get your naturalization in now if you qualify.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you know,
That's very true.
But comparative to what they said was going to happen, I was really petrified that the fees were going to double. Literally, that's how it started. So many fees went down. Some fees went up a little bit. The only thing that went up drastically that would affect our squad would be naturalization. The fee for certificate of citizenship went down. So if you're doing an N600 for your kids, that went down a little bit too. Meanwhile, last night I went home, Yo-Yo. Are you a basketball fan? I watched Lakers Clippers with
The
my
Lake
son.
Show. The Lake Show.
I watched it. It was the start of the NBA season yesterday, and I didn't see the beginning of the game because I didn't get home till after the game started. I got home at the end of the first quarter. But I am told that all the players kneeled during the national anthem. They were all wearing Black Lives Matters shirts.
Yes.
And on some game jerseys, players' names were replaced with messages such as equality, I am a man, ally, say her name, in reference to Breonna Taylor. And it's sending basically a clear message in support of Black Lives Matter. It's sending a clear message in support of social justice. And you know, the NBA has to do it. All their employees are black, or 95% of them. So if they're not doing it, their fans may not be all black, but all their employees are black. And the people who put the fans in the seat, who make their money, correct. And it's such a change from what happened 2, 3, 4 years ago. Remember the NFL, where also most of the employees in the NFL are black, who put the fans in the seat, and the NFL said no, now they're doing it. So what a change in 2 to 3 years. And I will say this, a change in terms of, you're shaking your head no, it's not a change?
No, I'm agreeing.
I thought you were shaking your head. Right.
Change.
And I'm just saying to myself, I wonder if Hillary Clinton was president. You know, sometimes you got to be pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed.
So the only positive from Trump.
until you say, I've had enough. No more. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know if Hillary Clinton would have been president if, yes, blacks would have come out and absolutely protested. Minorities would have come and protested. Do you think that you would have had such a vast amount, a majority of the protesters being white Americans saying enough is enough. If we didn't have Trump as president pushing and pushing and pushing people till they said, no more, I can't take it. I don't know. What do you think?
That's an amazing, that right there is an amazing question because it actually makes you think about it. I don't think that it would have been as prominent or just like how it is today if we had Hillary Clinton, just because we know Trump as being a blatant racist person.
That's right.
And for that to be our leader, that right there was motivation. And that was, the thing to push us to go out and say, hey, enough is enough. If our leader isn't going to have our back, we're going to actually go and take, get the respect and the respect we need and we deserve. So I definitely, that's a great question. I never even thought about that. So maybe that is the little blessing in disguise.
It could be a blessing in disguise, because I really believe if Hillary Clinton was president, you would not have gotten the white support for Black Lives Matter that you're getting, because moderate and liberal white, maybe liberal whites, but certainly you're getting moderate white suburbanites, white professionals coming out who are moderate, and they're saying, this is wrong.
Yes.
What's going on in America is wrong. And I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have happened with Clinton.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Vanessa?
I don't think so.
I still feel like we would have had similar outrage in the community, just because it doesn't matter who our leader is. Police brutality is still something that occurs, but I can see how maybe the community would have been a little bit more comforted by a leader like Clinton than Trump.
Almost the percentage of people who believe that racism is a problem in America now is reaching almost 70%. It never reached that high ever before Trump. Yeah. Never. I don't know.
Wow.
Meanwhile, a treasure trove of documents have been released in the Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell sexual abuse case. Right now, it's Ghislaine who has been arrested. Among the materials released were email correspondence between the pair in early 2015, including an email in which Epstein told Maxwell she had done nothing wrong. U.S. District Judge Loretta Preska had ordered the documents released Thursday. However, 2 depositions remain under seal. The court has yet to rule whether these 2 depositions of Ghislaine will be released. In the depositions, one of the victims of the Epstein-Ghislaine sexual abuse case, her name is Virginia Giuffre. She is a main witness. She has said that in these depositions that former President Bill Clinton was a guest during a trip to Epstein's private island. Other men whom she saw on that island include Prince Andrew of England, a financier by the name of Glenn Dubin, model scout Jean-Luc Brunel, Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz, and another unnamed prince. What was not mentioned in there yet was Donald Trump. We don't know whether he was ever there or had anything to do with Epstein. We just know that they were next door neighbors in Palm Beach, and there are photographs of Trump, Melania, Epstein, and Ghislaine together at parties. We don't know what else happened there with Trump. Meanwhile, coronavirus is still happening. More than 152,000 deaths. I think yesterday we were at 150,000. A new study published in the journal, and that's in America. A new study published in the journal Nature on Wednesday reveals some people who haven't had coronavirus may already have immunity to the virus. Some individuals' immune systems may have been previously exposed to other viruses, which now allow their T cells to help their body fight the infection. I'm hoping I'm one of them because I have not yet been diagnosed. I've been checked 3 times. Meanwhile, also a new study published yesterday in the journal JAMA Pediatrics claimed that children younger than 5 have 10 to 100 times more genetic material if they catch coronavirus than adults, which really makes the kindergarten teachers very, very comfortable going back to school.
Right.
As the death toll soars, Fauci and some others testified before the House panel. Infectious disease expert Anthony Fauci, in his opening remarks, said he was optimistic that an effective vaccine is going to be possible, maybe even before the end of the fall, but it will not be able to get to the entire public. It will be given out to Americans free of charge. Nobody will have to pay for it, but they may not be able to get it to everybody in the public till the end of 2021. It will start with frontline workers first. They still don't know how safe it is. And Dr. Fauci said that's what this testing is all about, to determine if it is safe or not. Representative Jim Jordan decided, he's one of Trump's cronies, he decided to make this all political instead of finding out the true facts. And he engaged in a contentious exchange over whether protests have increased the spread of the coronavirus. Jordan repeatedly pressed Fauci to say that they have, while Fauci said he is not an expert in protests. He could only tell you about health consequences. Now, James Claiborne, the chairman of the House Select Committee, he's blaming, this is a different person. Chairman of the House Select Committee, he declared that the U.S. is in the midst of a public health catastrophe and demanded a comprehensive national plan. The fact is, Trump gave up. Trump gave up on coronavirus the moment he said to the American people, it's like a cold and it will go away like magic. Trump gave up on the American people when he said that, because he knew back then there was no plan. He wasn't giving a plan. And the plan is keep all the businesses open and I'm going to get reelected. And in the process, killed 152,000 Americans. I'm sure they would you can't say all 152,000 deaths are on Trump's responsibility, because some people were going to die for sure. But a lot of those deaths, I don't know how many, are directly responsible because Donald Trump gave up on coronavirus back in March, when he could have told everybody, wear a mask, stay home for a month, wear a mask, and we would be like many, many countries right now that have beaten coronavirus, not completely, but to a point where people would feel comfortable going out, going into a business, eating inside a restaurant, and not worried that they're going to get sick. We're not there yet now. You want to know why we're not there yet now? Nobody in the world wants to come to America, and for sure nobody is allowing Americans into their country. We can't even go into Canada right now.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of
the
like
unwanted.
It's kind of like Trump giving up, on the election, what he says, if he says, I want to take this back because I want to get my thoughts straight here. I apologize. Because Donald Trump is saying in a tweet, somebody tell Congressman Claiborne, who doesn't have a clue, that the chart he put up saying that Trump doesn't have a plan is because we're testing too many people in the world. We're testing more people than anybody in the world. So what Trump is saying is only because we're testing more people, we have more coronavirus. And you know what? That's like wishing things away, okay? That's like saying, you know what? If we don't have an election in November, I won't lose the election. It's the same exact thing. It's like wishing things away. You know what? When things don't go well for him, he just wishes it away. We won't test. It doesn't exist. We won't have an election in November. I don't lose an election.
Golly.
Meanwhile, people in Florida batten down the hatches. A hurricane is heading their way. It's actually Tropical Storm Isaias. It battered Haiti and Dominican Republic, but it is now turning into a hurricane. It's expected to slam the Bahamas, the Turks and Caicos. Isaias Center is expected to get close to Florida on Saturday or Sunday, and it has prompted the state to shut down some testing sites for COVID-19. Isaias is the Atlantic's earliest storm on record with the letter I. You know, they named the storms A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
Isaiah.
There's never
Make
been
sure the island's okay.
There's never been an I hurricane in the month of July. The earliest one was, I think, August 5th or August 6th. So
wow.
So you don't think this has anything to do with change in weather?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Climate change. Yes.
Now, Vanessa, your family's in the DR. Have you checked on them? Are they okay?
I mean, up until I spoke to my sister this morning. Today is actually her birthday.
Happy
So
birthday.
far, they're okay, but I mean, storms get very, very bad in the Dominican Republic.
All right.
Yeah, all throughout the Caribbean.
Meanwhile, it is Friday. Let's get into some fun news here. Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, they lead the 2020 MTV VMA nominations. The two singers each scored 9 nominations. Grande and Gaga teamed up for the summer anthem Rain on Me. And Billie Eilish and The Weeknd follow with 6 nominations each. And this year's show is introducing new categories in the wake of the coronavirus, including Best Music Video from Home, Best Quarantine Performance, and Best Legal Answer from a Dining Room Table. Let me say that again. And let me say that one more time. Including in the VMAs, they're including the Best Music Video from Home, the Best Quarantine Performance, and Best Legal Answer from a Dining Room Table. Drum roll, please. Thank you very much.
I was like, wait, for real?
I'm like, wait, they're still hosting the VMAs?
Yes.
Wow.
It's August 31st in Brooklyn, but I don't think there's going to be any. I don't think there's going to be any audience. Meanwhile, Beyonce's visual album Blackest was released earlier today on Disney. Did you check it out?
3 a.m.
You checked it out at 3 a.m.?
Yes. So that's when they dropped it.
That's the song that came on shuffle. I was like,
Yeah,
what is this song
It wasn't
by
just
Beyonce?
a song. It's a whole movie. She had $500 million budget for this movie. Literally started in her backyard, and she went all over the world with this. It was amazing.
What's it about?
So it's Blackest
King.
So it basically was the Lion King soundtrack that she had did with all these Afrobeats artists. So she had a lot of different Afrobeats artists. She had a lot of it was just black. Black is king. So it's just showing, that black is beautiful, black is art. She had her daughter, she had Kelly Rowland, she had Naomi Campbell, she had all of these people in there, and it was just so beautiful. So it's just like the Lemonade album. If you guys saw the Lemonade album when she came out with a music video for each one of her songs.
But is it on Disney? Because I don't.
It's on Disney Plus.
I don't subscribe to Disney Plus. I guess I have to subscribe to it to watch it. I can't watch it for free anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't know where else they're gonna put it up, but like they put it up on Disney Plus. It was 12 a.m. Pacific time, and then 3 a.m.
Are you already a subscriber to Disney Plus?
Oh no,
you want to get all your princess movies in, or did you buy it just for this?
No, I wouldn't have bought it just for this either. I'm not really a Beyonce stan, but like all my friends were here last night. So
I'm more curious why you're subscribing for $12 a month to Disney Plus.
I'm not.
No, he borrowed his friends.
I used my best friends.
Use your best friend.
I don't know why, now. Why is he doing it?
Yeah, why is he? Right.
Right.
What? Not even. There's great Disney Channel classic shows on there. Okay, Brad.
There are.
He's not having it.
For a second, I thought you were liking the Disney princess movies too much.
No.
Yeah. Yonathan's like, wow, that Jasmine. Wow, I really go for her. I'm gonna watch her again. No.
Wow, I mean, it's funny when you watch Disney movies as an adult. The messages are
They're,
That's on a different.
correct,
That's on a different
correct,
day.
correct. But by the way, they had Hamilton. That's not true. That's not true. They had a lot of good adult stuff there as well. I'm only kidding with you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there's adult
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm only kidding with you. Meanwhile,
But it was amazing.
Meanwhile, was it good? I gotta find a friend. By the
Really
way,
good.
could I be friends with your friend? Because I don't know anybody who has Disney Plus.
You
Yeah,
have
maybe.
teenagers, Brad.
What?
I'm sure your daughter could use some Disney classics.
All right,
okay?
I'll
You
ask,
have
I'll
teenagers.
ask her. I'll ask her. Meanwhile, this is an odd statistic that just came out. During coronavirus, ice cream sales have gone up, but deodorant sales are way down. Social distancing apparently has fewer people reaching for deodorant, but more people reaching for ice cream. Last Thursday, Unilever came out with a statistic that there has been a big drop in demand for personal care items. Dove soap, Axe deodorant, nobody's buying that stuff. However, when people are going to the grocery store, what are they reaching for with their smelly armpits? Breyer's ice cream, Ben & Jerry's, major sale increases. Yo, Vanessa, what do you have to say about this? Nobody wants deodorant. They all want ice cream. Vanessa, you have any thoughts on this?
Cool. They're staying cool.
It makes sense to
They're not
me.
sweating it. They're not sweating it, Brad.
I don't know, but wouldn't it be a little I guess not very appetizing that every time you reach your spoon to get the ice cream, you take a whiff of your odor, you're like, oh God, that's gross.
But naturally,
deodorant
when
to eat, you're like, oh God.
naturally when you're at home, especially quarantining at home, a lot of people don't take showers every day. Even Nick Cannon was talking about that. He had to remind himself, oh man, I have to take a shower. It's been 3 days. You know what I mean? So,
Remind me not to go to his home.
Right. I mean, see, I take showers because that's just how I am. But I can see
your
how,
flow.
That's my flow. But I can see how you just be I'd rather buy ice cream than deodorant. I don't have to use deodorant every day, especially if you live by yourself.
Or what if you lost your job and you're like, you know what? I got to watch what I'm buying. Nobody's smelling me anyway. I live by myself, or I don't care.
Well, I mean,
I don't care if my significant other smells me. But we're getting ice cream. We're gonna
still
make
buying
ourselves
ice
happy.
cream.
Yeah, because you got to make yourself happy. You're in quarantine,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but they're not saving money because they're buying ice cream. I mean,
No.
it's pretty expensive
Yeah.
as well.
All right. So let me ask you a question. All right, and this is all right. Now I will answer. During quarantine, I bought ice cream and deodorant. Vanessa, did you buy ice cream and deodorant, or none of those items?
I've
Both.
only bought deodorant.
Both, Brad.
Both. I bought ice cream and deodorant, and I bought.
Haagen-Dazs at that.
You know what I was doing also? I bought Chips Ahoy cookies, Vanessa. I was terrible. And I bought
Oreos,
I like Oreos too, but I bought vanilla ice cream and Chips Ahoy. And I was making ice cream
The
sandwiches with
chewy
them.
Chips Ahoy or the regular?
The regular ones. And I was making ice cream sandwiches with them. Some people were drinking themselves to tears. I was eating myself to tears. But now you see, I'm
Brad,
losing a little
watch
weight now.
out for that
Brad,
It was
what happened to our pact? We was gonna start working out, eating healthy.
I know. And then I got locked in my apartment with my 17-year-old daughter.
Quarantine
And
15.
either we were gonna kill each other or we're gonna eat each other. I mean, it was eat to death, not eat each other. But you know what I'm saying.
You made ice cream sandwiches, Brad.
My daughter is watching that. She goes, "That was really awkward, Dad. I can't believe you just said that. I'm gonna get yelled at now."
Oh my gosh.
All right, because of that, I gotta end our schmooze before I say anything else bad.
Right.
And now, why don't you tell everybody what they need to do, guys?
Absolutely. All right, everybody on Facebook, first things first, you already know what time it is. It's time to start your watch parties. All right, very easy. Click share. Click host your watch party. Then click start. It takes our video from our page to your page. You are the host. You are the Brad, the host with the most, or the hostess with the mostest. make sure you let all your friends and family know that we'll come into your watch party. Let them know about the show. You can comment in your comment section and then bring them back to the main page. Let them know that this is a show that we do Monday through Friday. We help everybody from all over the world. Whatever questions they have, they can ask Brad. So make sure you start your watch parties and let them know exactly what this show is about. All right. Also, don't forget, share. You can still share right now. Sharing is caring. Click that little arrow, share to anybody's page. Don't just share it to the same people. All right. If you share it to the same people, it's not going to count. So I need you guys to share it to all the people that are online in your friends list right now. Now, Ness-quick, what are we going to do on YouTube?
On YouTube, squad, you should already be subscribed, and you should turn on that notification bell so you know when Brad's show is live Monday through Friday. And you should also be checking out that share arrow right below this video, friends. You click that, it'll have you copy the link. Go ahead and send that to all your friends via text message, a direct message. You can even post this on all of your other platforms, Facebook. Share this with everyone, guys. Let them know that Brad is about to bring you all the knowledge and all the value answering your immigration questions. You never know when there's someone else out there that has the same question. And thanks to your share, now they have the answer for free. So we're doing this for our community, guys. We're building it more and more every day. I'm taking a look at these thumbs up, friends, and I think I'm just going to keep talking until we get those up. Do you want to hear Brad answering those questions? We need to get those thumbs up going. That'll let YouTube know that there's some great things happening here and bring us a couple of more squad members to keep this place growing. On Instagram, guys, at Brad Show Live, make sure that you follow us there where you can find the best snippets of our show. You should also be commenting, liking there, interact with us, slide into the DM there and ask your immigration questions. Our team has this covered, squad, so make sure you're asking and that you're sharing. But for now, we're going to be getting the answers to your immigration questions.
All right, let's go to Samir in Brooklyn. Samir, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Brad?
What's going on?
Now, listen, I have a question.
Yeah.
I've been married to illegal immigrants. I filed, I'm a petitioner to I-130.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue was, we've been married since last year, but the problem is we never lived together. And I filed for divorce. And because the attention for me was, to marry her, but for her, she was buying time. And then the only reason, every time she find excuses. And I told her I cannot keep doing this because even if we go to the interview, she got her, the work permit and stuff and Social Security. We were just waiting for the interview. But I told her we can't go to the interview. We haven't been living together for the whole year. So...
And what is your question?
Is that an issue?
Yes.
Is that an issue?
Yeah, she married you to get a green card. She doesn't want to. You're the U.S. citizen, right? You're the one who is.
I didn't want to get in trouble.
Right, but you're the U.S. citizen, so if you married her for love and she doesn't want to live with you, get divorced. And if you married her as a business, you've just admitted to a crime. So I hope it was for love.
No, I didn't marry her for the business.
Right. So I hope it was the first. You married her for love, and unfortunately, I hate to be truthful with you, but it sounds based on what you told me that she used you to try to get a green card. She never wanted to live with you. She didn't want to be with you. So you know what? You move on. No harm, no foul. You won't fall for that again.
But how I'm going to do that? Can I write a letter on immigration?
Get a divorce. Start a divorce and write a letter to immigration. Write a letter to immigration. You want to withdraw the application.
No, the thing is, even the divorce, she doesn't want to sign the divorce paper now.
It doesn't matter if she wants to sign it or not. All you got to do is serve her.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Thank you,
you don't have to stay in a marriage because she refuses to sign a divorce. Come see me. Hold on.
I know because she was take the whole year, and I told her I'm not doing this.
All right,
because I knew it was a scam.
All right, move on, Samir. Come see me. I'll do your divorce, and we can withdraw your case too. Hold on.
All right, thank you.
All right. Let's go to Ricardo in Atlanta. Ricardo.
Hello, Brad.
Hi, Ricardo. How are you?
Yes, Brad. I'm doing good, man. How are you yourself?
Good.
Okay. So, actually, I'm on my way driving to work. I've been up for an hour, but that's good.
Okay.
So, I'm a permanent resident, right? My green card expired, which was my 2-year green card. So, 3 months before my green card expired, we filed the form I-575. So they actually gave me an 18-month extension with my expired green card. So that expired too. So I went to USCIS, and then they stamped my passport with a 1-year I-555 stamp in my passport. So I want to know if I go back on vacation, if I could return in the United States, and that stamp.
Yes, you can. With the it's an I-551 stamp. It's funny because I understood everything you said. You got every form and number wrong, but I understood everything that you said. It's an I-551 stamp in your passport. Yes, you can travel with it. It's as good as a green card. Travel with the expired green card, the extension letter that got expired, and the stamp in your passport. All 3 documents.
No, well, they actually took the green card.
Okay, fine. Then that's fine because you're in the system anyway. So just travel with the stamp in your passport and the letter.
Right, and one more question, Brad. So I am qualified for my citizenship now. So my wife is going ahead and going to file the N-400 form now. Would that be okay now for she to go in and file it?
You can. I think that ends up delaying your I-751. That's what I've seen.
Oh.
Okay, and you go on your citizenship interview, and now you have 2 cases pending. I've never seen somebody go on their citizenship interview and they say, congratulations, your I-751's approved, your citizenship's approved. The answer is yes, you can file it, but what I have seen in my practice is that it delays the I-751. I would just wait it out. But if you're anxious to file your citizenship, nothing bad will happen. Go do it.
No, because they're going to raise the fee, you know what I mean? And I didn't want them to raise the fee, but they can't wait, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because if they're going to raise the fee, then yeah, absolutely do it. Do it to save the fee. Absolutely.
Right,
nothing,
right.
I mean, nothing bad's going to happen to you. I've seen in my, I don't know for a fact that it delays. Every case would be delayed. I'm just telling you, it's just what I'm seeing.
Right. So I'm in a 2-way street right now, right?
Just go do it then. That's fine.
I will, though.
It's up to you. Yeah. All right?
Thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome.
And you're doing a great job, okay?
Thank you very much. All right, let's go to Miss Clark in Brooklyn. Miss Clark.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
It's good to hear your voice. It's good to see you also.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I've been listening to you from I was in Jamaica on the radio.
Great. You're an old-time listener.
Yes, I am.
Yes. I was on Hot 102 in Jamaica for a period of time.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s. Yep.
And I also share your live a while ago. All right. So I have a situation. My son has been filed for. He got his interview. Everything went well. He got his green card visa to leave the country.
Great.
So the problem is, the flight was booked on April 30th. The airline canceled it for whatever reason, I don't know, and give another date. Before that date, for him to fly, they canceled it again. Now the COVID-19 situation.
Right, but you can fly now.
No. He's the visa expire.
Okay, so this is what you have to do. He has to contact the U.S. Embassy. This is what they're going to make people do, unfortunately. You have to contact the U.S. Embassy, tell them, I have this visa, I want to enter the United States with my visa so I can be a lawful permanent resident expired. Unfortunately, they're going to make him pay the visa fee again, and they're going to make him do another medical again. But as long as he's willing to do the medical and pay another visa fee, they should be able to do all this within a couple weeks, and he should be able to come.
Oh, my God. Like, this is serious.
Yes.
Like, wow, for real?
Yeah, it's actually not right that they make you pay it again, but that's what they're going to do.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and you have to contact the embassy to get it going.
Can you tell if the embassy is in operation right now?
They should be open.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go to Charlotte in Seattle, Washington. Charlotte.
Hey, Brad. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you. So I have a question. First, I want to explain to you the situation. I'm a citizen of Canada, so is my son. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, okay, since 2018. So we moved from Canada in December 2018.
Right. Okay,
so we filed for change of status. Everything is fine. The interview was supposed to be in March because of COVID-19. It got canceled. So they're supposed to reschedule us for whenever they're ready for, right? But in the same time that all this process was happening, after we filed for change of status, my husband, who's a U.S. citizen, adopted my son legally in the U.S., okay? So he's officially adopted before he turned 18. Okay? So while waiting for the change of status, I figured, okay, if I get my son to get a working permit, I can apply for a work permit for him. So I applied for a work permit for him because everything is taking so slow. So
what's the question?
So the question is this. Is he technically a citizen or not?
No. Not only is he not a citizen, but because your husband adopted him now, and now he's the adopting father, not the stepfather, I hope the adoption happened before the 16th birthday.
No, 18, before the 18th birthday.
I don't even know if he's eligible to adjust right now anymore because your husband adopted him. So he broke the stepfather relationship. He's now an adopting father who adopted a child after the 16th birthday, which you can't now, doesn't qualify him to get a green card through an adopting father. Did he get his green card already?
Not yet, because the interview has been delayed.
Oh boy, you need. I believe it's actually an interesting question, because as a stepfather, he could file an adjustment for him. As an yes, but once the government finds out that this man adopted your son, he's no longer a stepdad. He's an adopting father, and an adoption happened after 16, and at that point, you can't file for a child that you adopt over 16. So my analysis off the top of my head would be that they're going to deny his green card because your husband adopted him.
Right. So what's the next step?
Well, you can't unadopt him.
No.
Where's the father of this boy?
He's with us. He's living with us for the last 2 years.
He's what?
He's living with us. We are living all together.
No, the father.
Oh, he died. He died in 2003.
All right. So perhaps a special immigrant juvenile. But you would definitely need a consultation because you're doing I've actually never. I understand why your husband would do it, because you want to do the right thing and say this boy needs a father. Yeah. But legally, he's not the stepfather anymore. He's an adopted father who adopted a child over 16. You can't file for an adopted child over 16. But the papers went in as a stepfather. Immigration may not even know he adopted, but the reality is he did, so you would be misrepresenting what you did. I mean, you got a huge problem at this point. Not because you weren't trying to do because you were trying to do the right thing, not the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I think you definitely need a consultation. We got to talk this out. All right, hold on one second.
Okay.
Let's go to Daniel in Miami. Daniel.
Yes.
How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. Good, man. I have a quick question. I became a permanent resident back in 24 February 2016, but the last year I made a mistake. I got caught in Walmart stealing an item less than $40, and I'm going to apply for citizenship on November of this year.
What happened with the case? What happened with the case?
Okay, let me explain. I went to court. Then after that, I paid a fee, but that fee was for a classroom. After I take that classroom on 2019, December 12th, they nullify the case. They dismissed the case.
All right. So you have an arrest that was dismissed. And my answer to you is the general proposition is that you need good moral character to become a citizen. You're allowed to have a bad day. No one says you have to be a saint every day of your life, or at least in the last 5 years, but you have to be a person of general good moral character. So if you have an arrest for a petty offense like this and the case is ultimately dismissed and that's your only offense ever, it doesn't affect your green card. You're not a deportable alien. And B, my belief is that you're going to become a citizen, but you have to disclose it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So that's not going to bring me in any big.
Nothing bad will happen to you. You have to prove good moral character. This goes against good moral character, but this in of itself does not prove bad moral character.
Okay. Yeah, I've been living alone since I was 18 years old because I was issued with my father and everything. So I got a I was living out. My mom was in Cuba. I made a mistake. I regretted it as much.
Yeah, right. You're allowed to have a bad day. You're allowed to have a bad day.
Yeah.
All right.
That was my question.
All right.
Thank you so
Good luck.
much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Let's go to Joel in Lakewood, Washington. Joel.
Hey, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. So I got a question. I applied for asylum a couple months ago, and because of COVID, I still haven't gone through my biometrics. So there was this law about, them extending the waiting period for your work permit to 365 days. So my question is, does that apply to before it becomes law, the ones who applied before that or after that?
What is your question? The law about work permits, what?
Work permit.
What law?
How they extended the waiting period to 365 days? I don't know if
to 10,055 days? How many days?
365 days.
No, they did not extend the waiting period for 365 days. That has to do with asylum, not with anything else.
I did apply for asylum.
So this is based on asylum then, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you filed for asylum. Yes, it's 300. Filed beforehand, then the law wouldn't apply to you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So then you could file it 180 days as long as the new law hasn't gone into effect yet. Is that your question?
My question was, I applied before the law went into effect.
Then you're under the old law. Then you're under the old law, if that's your question. You should be getting.
Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Who is this? Brad?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Brad.
Your name is Brad too?
Yeah.
Well, hell, I can't believe it. I've never had a Brad call me on the show before. This is the first time.
I hope that will make me have more time to speak to you.
Wow, I am excited. My brother, Brad, how are you?
I'm fine, Brad. How you doing?
Good, Brad. I'm wonderful.
Thank
How's
you.
Brad in California doing?
Yeah, Brad is fine.
Good. All right. What's going on?
Thank you, Mr. Brad, for having me, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Brad. Thank you, Mr. Brad, for calling. I really appreciate it.
Okay, let me just go straight to the point. I don't want to take too much of your time. I have a couple of questions. So I'll just give you a little story. I'm a 2 years green card holder. My green card expires in January next year. And but the 90 days window to file for I-751 starts in October.
Right.
So I'm in a very, very bona fide and legitimate marriage.
Okay.
With all the requisite proofs. My U.S. citizen wife treats me like I was a slave. I have managed to persevere this far, as I have about 3 months to file for my I-71, or 2 months rather.
What's the question?
So I have 3 questions.
Okay.
If you allow me, I'll be very brief. My first question is this: should there be a divorce just a month or 2 before I'm eligible to remove the conditions, considering that divorce usually takes about 6 months to process? Will I still be able to file my I-751 in October?
Yes.
Or I'll have to wait till any time the divorce goes through?
No. As long as you started a divorce, you file the I-751 with a waiver of the joint filing of the application, and immigration will give you some time to complete the divorce.
Okay. Question 2.
Okay.
So how will I get an extension of the green card for what purposes?
When you file the divorce, you file an I-751, you put proof that the divorce is filed, you check off the box waiver of the joint application based on termination of marriage, you submit proof of a bona fide marriage, and they will send you an extension notice for your green card for 18 months. And at some point in the future, you will get what's called an RFE, which is a request for further evidence, for the divorce judgment. And then hopefully you're divorced by then and you submit it.
Oh, good. Okay. So considering what is happening, I got a PO box. So I don't want my documents to get missing in the mail and all that. So would that be a problem, or would USCIS suspect anything if I eventually file for I-751?
No, you can use a PO box. You can use a PO box because it's not going to be based on a PO box on your form. It's going to be based on the documentation you show to prove you and your wife live together.
Okay. Oh, lastly, this is a request. You know, I hope you do that for me as a namesake. My name is Brad. Your name is Brad. So let's do this one-on-one, please.
Wait. What's your last request? I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah. You know, a lot of times I want to. I don't know how to say this. I'm very shy to say this, but you know, due to the pandemic,
right?
There's no job and there's no money. Everybody's hustling. But can you? And this is a passionate plea to you, Brad. If you can do this for me, I really appreciate it.
What would you like me to do for you?
Can you give me, because I know you don't want to say this on air, I really want to know around how much you would charge me for I-751.
Oh.
I know you don't want to say this on air. If you can give me a 1 minute off air, free consultation, God will bless you seriously. I'm telling you, please.
1 second, let me get a calculator out. I can tell you right now on the air. One second, let me. Brad, I don't know. For you, I was going to make a joke and say like $1 million, but I honestly couldn't tell you. And the reason why is this: I don't sell a refrigerator, or a car, or clothing. I don't have a product. You know, I'm not selling the Magic 8-Ball. I'm not selling an iPhone. I'm selling my time and my expertise. So how do I determine a price? It's not a price list like, okay, the iPhone is $700. The Magic 8-Ball is $9.99. A Bradshaw Live Cup, $5, whatever it is. I don't have a product list. I don't have a price list. What I have is I meet with you. No, I'm telling you the truth. I meet with you. I speak with you. And I then determine how much time is my law firm going to have to spend on this case, and how much expertise do we need to complete this case? How hard is it? And how much time am I going to spend? So I don't know how, you know, I can't tell you based on a 30-second telephone call. There's no way. So, you know, short of having a consultation, I wouldn't be able to tell you, unfortunately.
Okay,
and that's the truth.
You.
All right? I'm sorry, Brad. Okay.
You.
I tried to help Brad as best as I can. Let's go to Snake. Is it Snake?
Hi, Brad.
What's your name? Your name is not Snake.
It's Shanique.
Shanique. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
I can't read. I thought they said it was Snake. I'm like, oh, my gosh. Snake is on the phone. Wow. Shanique. That sounds so much prettier than Snake. And then I heard your voice, and I thought I was going to be like, hello, Brad, you know, like some, you know, deep voice.
Oh, God.
But it's all right, Shanique. What's going on?
What I was asking, I received a prima facie determination from April.
Yes.
So I'm allowed to go by the DMV. My lawyer calls me, tells me to go by the DMV to get a state ID.
Right.
So I'm dealing with that now. The prima facie lasts for 1 year. What am I supposed to be expecting during the 1 year? Will I hear something from out of Vermont Immigration Center?
No. Have you filed an adjustment application with this?
Yes. With Vermont, yes. With them, yes.
All right. So the answer is your VAWA cases are taking over 2 years right now. So after you get the prima facie, which is good news for you, which means that somebody took a look at the case and says your case has validity to it. So that's good news. You can use the prima facie to get government benefits. You could always renew it. You should get a work permit and a travel document based on your adjustment. But unfortunately, you're not going to hear anything for a long time from now.
Okay, because I've done my biometrics
right.
on the 29th of November last
year. But you should be getting a work permit if you haven't gotten one already.
No, I haven't got one.
All right. So if you did your biometrics in November and you filed it, call immigration and make sure that they didn't, misplace your work permit. Call that 1-800 number. Say, hey, I've been waiting now 9-10 months for my work permit. That's a long time.
Yeah,
That's too long.
Yeah.
It's actually too long.
From November to 29th.
Yeah. So have you called them to say maybe it was mailed out and you didn't realize?
Normally, everything would go to my lawyer's office. But when I called them, they were saying they cannot tell me anything. Everything is within Vermont.
Okay, so your lawyer needs to be able to tell you something. There is a 1-800 number to call and to find out, speak to somebody and say, hey, was my work permit mailed out? What's the problem?
Okay.
All right. And then if you still have a problem, call us back on the show.
All right.
All
Thank
right?
you.
Okay. Let's go to MD in Montgomery. MD. MD.
Yes, sir. How are you today?
How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good, sir. How are you today?
Good.
My question is like, I have my case pending like I-130 and I-485 with the USCIS. It's been almost 44 months, and I have done my interview, everything. And I've been deported, tied to the ICE. I get born out, and then like USCIS came to my house, all that stuff. Then what I'm going through, my question is like they put me 2 times like born on the court, Atlanta court. I've been there. They tell me like I gotta have to go to individual hearing, but they cancel it. They gave me again muster hearing.
Let me ask you a question,
So,
MD. Let me ask you a question. All right. Where are you from?
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bangladesh.
You're from Bangladesh. And you said you got married to a U.S. citizen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how did you come to the United States of America?
F1 visa.
Okay. And why did you get put in deportation? Did you not go to school and
Because
they came and knocked on your door? Did you commit a crime? What happened?
I was been working without authorization,
Okay.
Work permit.
So you were
but,
they just caught you working out of status.
Yes.
But you're married.
and
But you're married to
didn't-
but you're married to an American citizen, and you went to immigration. They approved your marriage, and now you're waiting for an individual hearing before the judge, and you want to know what's going on. Coronavirus is what's going on, but you got to wait for an individual hearing to be scheduled for a judge to grant you the green card. But it sounds like you're going to get a green card as soon as the judge does that.
No, sir. They cancel my individual hearing and they put again in the muster hearing.
Okay, so then you got to go see a judge, go back for a master calendar hearing, and then the judge will reschedule another individual hearing. That's basically what's going to happen.
But USCIS came to my house and they said, "Is everything okay? It look like it's a real marriage."
But I
So-
just finished telling you the only person who can give you the green card is the judge. So it has USCIS approved your marriage. So basically, they gave you an I-130 approval. I assume you have, and they said.
No, I don't have it yet. They didn't give me no I-130 approval yet.
Then that's why your individual was canceled. Now I know. Because the judge can't give you a green card at the individual hearing if an I-130 was not approved yet. So the problem is with USCIS not approving your I-130. Why are they not doing it if you're in a bona fide marriage and they came to your home and they saw you and your wife together? I don't know. That's something for your lawyer to figure out. That's something for your lawyer.
They saw me and they
But let me,
interviewed 45 minutes.
I understand that. But in other words, the judge has to give you a green card in an individual hearing once USCIS approves your I-130, but they haven't done it yet, which is why the judge canceled the individual hearing to put somebody else in who has an I-130 approved and put you back on a master calendar to yell at you saying, "Why are you here? How come your I-130 is not approved yet?" And you're going to be like, "I don't know. It's USCIS." So that's what's going to happen. So now your lawyer needs to get on USCIS to get the approval for the I-130. You're in a bona fide marriage. They came and interviewed you. And if they won't do it, file a mandamus.
All right.
Hold on. Let's go to Core in Fairfax, Virginia. Core.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good.
I have a question regarding affidavit support.
Yes.
I'm sponsoring my family, and actually families. I'm not met a poverty guideline, and my daughter, she living with me. She filling her tax separate this year. Last couple of years she filling together.
Okay.
And
so she's going to fund.
we live
She's going
together.
to give an I-864A.
She can combine. We
Yes.
can combine the
Yes.
income, or
Yes.
she have to do her.
No, you combine the income because you live in the same household.
Okay, doesn't matter. This year she filed her separate.
No, it doesn't matter that she filed separate. And if you have your cousin who lives in your house too, and their tax return.
My dad.
Then you can
and me.
Your dad can give an I-864A, and you can combine that income as well.
Okay, is how they follow their income separate, or we like
even if they file. So let's say you live in your house with your daughter and your dad. Okay, I don't know.
My daughter and my dad.
All right, I don't know what anybody makes. Let's say you make $20,000, your daughter makes $20,000, your dad makes $20,000. You fill out the I-864. Your dad fills out an I-864A. Your daughter fills out an I-864A. You add up everybody's income. The household income is $60,000. That should be fine.
Okay, if still I can use my saving money too, like saving account.
You can, but it's really the tax returns.
Only like my daughter, I make 50. My daughter make 30.
Then you're 45,000.
And my dad, what every 50 plus 30 is 80, right?
Yes.
Equal $80,000.
Correct.
Doesn't matter. She fell her.
I just answered all of that. We're repeating ourselves 3 times, but the answer is yes.
All right.
All right.
I got you. Thank
Good.
you.
Congratulations. All right, let's go to D in Sacramento. D.
Hi.
How are you?
Brad.
How you doing?
And thanks for doing a great job. I really
you.
commend your crew and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, quick one, Mr. Brad. I want to ask 3 questions, and I'll go straight to the point. 2018, I came into the United States 2018 on a 2-year conditional green card, and I was actually going to work, so I have a red light ticket in 2018. That was December, and I got the ticket, and I was able to pay it off, and I went to driving school to a red light ticket. So I went to driving school to get a certificate.
I'm laughing because you said you were going to get right to the point. You're not getting to the point. You have a ticket for a red light. What's your question?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Red light, that was a ticket. And then last year again, my wife actually called the cops on me. And what actually happened, she lied that I hit her and stuff like that.
You got arrested. And what happened with the arrest?
I got arrested, but at the same time, after the whole process, they sent me a letter that they turned the arrest to detain, and due to no charges was filed and no evidence to back.
So you were arrested. You were arrested for domestic violence, and they dropped the charges.
Yeah, they dropped the charges,
okay,
and I
good.
got the.
All right, so you went through a red light and you got arrested for domestic violence and they dropped the charges. And the question is what?
So now I want to ask, now I'm about to remove the condition on my green card. And another thing, she filed a domestic violence, restraining order, but the judge denied the restraining order.
Do you live with her or you're done, the marriage is over?
Yeah, actually
like
we lived together we lived together from September up to last year, but the marriage now it's over.
All right,
we're on the divorce now.
All right, so the answer is this, by the way. If you get arrested, your wife calls, or your spouse calls the cops. Let me take you a step back. If you're getting a divorce, you can file the I-751 on your own, prove your divorce, and prove it's a real marriage. There is no better way to prove it's a real marriage than the cops in your local town tell immigration it's a real marriage. And you know how the cops tell? You submit the police report. The cops came. You guys were arguing like cats and dogs. They saw you living there. Okay? People in business marriages aren't sitting there screaming at each other like cats and dogs or hitting each other or whatever the accusations are. The fact that the police came and you have police reports showing that you got arrested living in that house and your wife's screaming at you, you're screaming at her, allegations of abuse that got thrown out, that's proof it's a real marriage. Didn't work out. You guys certainly weren't Romeo and Juliet, but it was a real marriage. That's all you got to prove. I thought that was brilliant, and Dee hung the phone up on me. All right, let's go to Paulette in Richmond Hill. Paulette, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
All right. So I came in from England in 1980. I got a green card back then. I didn't do anything as far as getting my status changed, but the short of it is that I went to DMV this week, and they told me that the name on my green card does not match the names on my current IDs because I got married since. And that's a lot. Those green cards, from
no
what I
good.
understand,
Are no good anymore. You have the old ones that don't expire.
Yeah, it doesn't
Right.
expire, right?
Right.
So how do I change my name, I guess, is one thing. And go ahead.
Well, you would file an I-90 form.
An I-90?
I-90, and you submit your
Okay.
old green card with a copy of your marriage certificate, so you have your name change, and they'll mail you a new green card with your married name. Number two, I would suggest, you've been here for so long, file your citizenship.
Okay, and I heard you briefly speaking of that. How much does that cost?
Right now it's $725, but it's going up to over $1,000 in October.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, so how long does this take? Because the reason I'm asking is, I'm trying to register my car. My tags are dead. I came in from Maryland, so we don't use that in Maryland. We don't use
It's going to be months, unfortunately.
Okay, so is there any way around it?
Do you have a passport in your married name?
No, but that's okay. Oh my God! So it has to be.
You don't have any
either
ID in
a
you don't have any ID in your married name. You got a problem.
The only thing my driver's license, my social security
but it
card.
doesn't match
all
anything
of
that
those-
shows that you're legal in America. So you've got to do an I-90 now. That's what you need to do.
An I-90.
Yes, do it right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to be calling you at your business so we can talk further. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Let's go to Kumar in Albany. Kumar.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
Very nice show. I like it.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, Kumar.
You're welcome. I have a question. My daughter and my son. My daughter, I'm a green card holder. I got a green card last year with VAWA. So I applied for I-824 is approved. The case is in the National Visa Center, the both kids. My daughter is 24 right now, and my son, he turned 21 just 2 weeks ago. So what category they are coming?
F2B?
F2B, like they are under 21, the both?
You told me that's over 21. You told me they're 22 and 24?
Yeah, my daughter, she's 24.
Right. When did you file for them?
I filed it last year.
And you're a resident?
I'm a resident.
Yeah,
yes.
they're in the F2B category.
The both?
Both.
Yeah, because when my VAWA was approved, they sent me the notice the both kids, the priority date is showing 2017.
If your VAWA is approved, your kids get automatically into the F2B category if they turn over 21. However, if they were included on the case, but their priority date is based on when your VAWA was filed.
Okay.
All right. So
but they are F2B, they both kids?
Yes, but hold on one second. Yes, but it's the priority date of when the VAWA is. But sounds like you need help, so hold on one second, okay? Let's go to Victor in Kennewick, Washington.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you for the good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually asking this question for a friend who got married to a U.S. citizen.
Mm-hmm.
He has, they both have a kid here in the U.S.
Right.
But before my friend came to the U.S., he had 3 kids in Africa, Nigeria to be precise. Now the I-130 is approved.
Right.
But the wife is planning to divorce him. So what do you think he can do? Can the petitioner be switched to the father?
No, you got to start from scratch again.
Did you get my question?
The wife is filing for him, and the wife wants to divorce him. That's the question?
Yes.
Yes, and if the wife divorces him, you got to start from scratch with somebody else.
Oh, okay. So, but the wife actually is the petitioner for the kids that are in Nigeria. So what can he do?
Nothing. The wife is divorcing him. So unless the wife wants to continue to file for his kids and show an independent relationship with the kids, that's the end of the case for the kids too. So then he has a green card. If he has a green card, he would have to file for the kids and start again.
Okay, he has to start all over.
Yes.
He has a 10-year green card.
He would have to file for the kids all over again from scratch.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. In this Bradjucation, I answer the question, how should I present myself during my green card interview? Let's watch. Well, you should certainly act like a person who's deserving of a green card. The immigration officer is sizing you up, and they are allowed to use their discretion to make a determination whether or not you are otherwise deserving of a green card. So if you're going to go in with an attitude, or you're going to go in sloppily dressed, or you're going to go in with an angry face on you, it is only going to go to your detriment. The immigration officer wants to see you act like an upstanding citizen, dress like an upstanding citizen, and be a contributing member to the United States of America. All right, and by the way, if you didn't get your immigration questions answered, you could always follow me at Real Brad Bernstein. I'm usually there on Instagram at least once a day. Drop me a DM. I'll try to answer your question as best as I can. You can also follow us at Brad Show Live to get the best snackable little videos from our show. And Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, what about you?
You guys can follow me at Yonathan Elias TV on all social media platforms.
I was muted. And you guys can catch me on Instagram at Vanessa.Contreras.
All right, why don't we do something we like to call social media check-in.
Okay, Oluwale Okay on YouTube asks, can asylum seekers eventually get a green card in the U.S.?
Yes.
Geraldine81176 on Instagram asks, if I have a pending I-130 and I've been assigned a master hearing, what does that mean?
It means you're in deportation.
Okay, Might Naranjo on YouTube asks, would unauthorized employment prior to receiving my EAD through DACA make me inadmissible for citizenship?
No.
Landry Ahmad on YouTube asks, if I am from Nigeria and my K-1 visa has expired, I think you might have answered this, since the pandemic began, is there anything I can do?
I never answered that. You can still, if you got married, file the adjustment. If you didn't get married, you got a big problem.
Earl Montic on Facebook asks, how long does it take for a spousal case to be resolved?
Anywhere from 6 months to never.
Global Minds Investment on Instagram asks, if I filed for VAWA and got my prima facie notice in the mail, why haven't I received my approved EAD?
I don't know why you didn't receive your approved EAD. Did you file an adjustment? Because you need to file an adjustment to get your work permit or have the VAWA approved, which takes years.
Miss Sunshine on YouTube asks, my friend is a U.S. citizen and earns enough to sponsor her husband, but she receives food stamps. If she's a citizen, is there a form she can fill out to prove her husband is not on a public charge?
Well, get off food stamps, but we're still with the old law, so if you get off the food stamps, you should be okay.
AJ on YouTube asks, will USCIS fees increase again this December?
No, in October.
Okay, Mary Dunker on Facebook asks, it's been 6 months since my Stokes interview, and I've yet to hear anything. Can you tell me what I should do?
Wait, but it sounds like that's going to be a denial if you haven't heard anything by 6 months.
Vinod Kumar on Facebook asks, if I have a pending asylum case, can I get married to a U.S. citizen?
Yes, but you have to withdraw the asylum. And then it depends on how you entered America will depend on whether you can adjust.
I am Melanie on YouTube asks if I have an I-130 approved based on VAWA, but I'm now married to a U.S. citizen. Can I adjust to a marriage based?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do a marriage-based adjustment rather than the VAWA adjustment if you choose. But if you got married before the VAWA got approved, you have no choice but to do the marriage.
Kamalia the Journey on YouTube asks if my mom has guardianship of my kids, what is the process for filing for them?
If your mom has guardianship of the children, I don't know what the process is unless you got a special order from the family court and do a SIJ. But there's no such thing as guardian filing. You could do a SIJ and get guardianship of children if you got a special order from a family court. So I don't know whether that was done or not.
God bless Karen on Facebook says, I filed an adjustment of status in March with USCIS, and I'm still have yet to receive an appointment for my biometrics. Can you please tell me what's going on?
What did she file?
Filed an adjustment of status in March with
coronavirus. Coronavirus is going on.
Sofen Sok on YouTube. If I had my marriage-based I-485 interview in February and still have yet to receive any update, what should I do?
Follow up with immigration.
Okay, Cicely on YouTube asks, my husband was a U.S. citizen and passed away while my adjustment of status is currently pending. What's your best advice you can give me as far as how I should proceed?
Well, it automatically converts to a widow petition, and you have to bring in the death certificate of your husband. Hopefully that would list you as the surviving spouse, and bring proof that you're in a bona fide marriage and you would get a green card as a widow.
I am forever blessed on
or
Facebook.
Widower, I guess. A woman's a widower, right? Well, woman's a widow.
No, I think
it's a widow.
It's just it's gender neutral.
Is it gender? It's not widow and widower, but I always forget who's who.
Sure.
I think widow is the woman.
Am forever.
Widow is the lady. And the widower is the man. And my condolences.
Yes.
I am forever blessed on Facebook. If I have known my partner for 3 years and we are engaged, and he is 61 years old, will USCIS have a problem with his age while I file for my green card? How old are you?
I'm 51. How old are you, Vanessa?
I'm 28.
But what's most important is how old is the person asking the question?
I can't tell you. I don't know.
As long as you're in a bona fide marriage, yes. But if you have a big age difference, then they may question it.
Okay, Lola on YouTube asks, how can I pay taxes if my job pays me under the table?
File a 1099 with your tax. File a 1099. You get a 1099 as an independent contractor, but if they don't give it to you, you just file as an independent contractor and attach that to your 1040 return.
Okay, Channel Fantasy 2 on YouTube. If I am a permanent resident and my husband is a U.S. citizen and wants to file for my children, age 13 and 16, how much will the filing fees be?
$535 each.
God's Property on YouTube says, I'm from Nigeria. I uploaded a document to National Visa Center website for my CR1 visa, and I'm waiting for an interview. Will my case be affected by the Nigerian ban?
Yes.
Rachel M on YouTube. What are the best forms/examples of extremely unusual hardship?
Everybody's different. You would have to have a consultation with me.
Okay, Alex Smith on YouTube asks, can I be denied a green card for failing to file taxes?
If you worked and didn't pay a tax return, the answer is yes.
Saliu Ba on YouTube. I filed for a re-entry permit in March 2020 and have yet to receive a response. Is that normal?
Re-entry permits take 9-10 months even without Corona.
Okay, Baby D, 1980.
But as long as you file the re-entry, you leave, you're going to stay out of the country anyway for years. So what's the difference? Immigration says, what's the difference if it takes me 3 months or 9 months? You're out of the country for years anyway.
Baby D1984 on YouTube asks, if I submitted my application to USCIS in February 2020 and still have yet to receive biometrics interview appointment, should I be concerned?
No. Now that is the answer, Vanessa. Corona.
I'm getting used to that being the answer to things being delayed. Kelvin Ashimo Frimpong on YouTube, can you explain the aging out policy and how it applies in the pandemic situation with respect to the proclamation?
Well, the proclamation is no immigrant visas for F2A category. Those are children under 21, or those or for spouses of permanent residents. But with children who are derivatives under 21, it could be included on that spouse petition. If your children are close to turning 21, they will process those cases.
Okay, Paulette Croquette on YouTube asks, I need to change the name on my green card that I got in 1980 so I can register my car with the DMV.
We spoke to her on I-90. We spoke to her about that. And last one, Vanessa.
Alrighty, Bridget Smith on YouTube. If I'm in Jamaica and in the F3 category and I received a case number and invoice number, how much longer do I need to wait until my case is current?
What's your priority date? I have no idea. But figure another year or two, hopefully. They usually give you the fee bills a year out, year and a half out. Now, we're going to take you back to another pre-pandemic summer game in the park with Yonathan, testing people's knowledge of who invented it, American born or immigrant. The answers may surprise you. Let's play along.
It's your boy Yonathan Elias out here in the streets of New York City. It's time to play Who Invented It? American Born Citizen or Immigrant? Let's go. What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I hear an accent. Where you from?
From the Netherlands.
Whoa! You got some good energy. You bring joy to people, huh?
Yes, sir.
So now, do you know what the Super Soaker is?
Yes, it's a water gun.
There you go. So is the Super Soaker inventor American born or an immigrant?
I'm gonna say American born.
Was the Super Soaker inventor American born or an immigrant?
I think an immigrant.
Super Soaker, invented by an American citizen or an immigrant?
That's American. Has to be an American citizen.
It's an immigrant inventor.
Okay, you're wrong.
I had that one. My grandson had a Super Soaker.
You said it with all the confidence in the world, girl.
Jamaican did it.
All right, the inventor for the Super Soaker is Lonnie Johnson, American born. So Lonnie Johnson is an American inventor who holds more than 120 patents, but of course, the most famous one is the Super Soaker because we all had one, you feel me? Which is among the world's best-selling toys. Where you from?
I'm from Danbury, Connecticut.
Where you from?
Nigeria.
Yeah, representing. I like that. American cheese. You like American cheese?
I do.
Okay, so do you think the American cheese inventor was American-born citizen or an immigrant?
An American.
All right, this one is definitely an immigrant.
I'll be really upset if it's by an immigrant. But if it's by an American, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. So what's the answer? Final?
American.
Immigrant! Oh.
I'm super upset.
James L. Kraft, Canadian. He is an immigrant. So Kraft developed a process in 1916 pasteurizing cheese so it wouldn't spoil and you can send it in long distances. He saw an increase in business in World War I when the Americans were sending cheese in tin cans to the armed forces. That's pretty nasty. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get this one. Facebook inventor, Mark Zuckerberg.
American.
You have Facebook?
Yeah.
Is the inventor American born or an immigrant?
American born.
That's easy because it's Mark Zuckerberg.
There you go.
Oh, I think he was American born.
I think the inventor of Facebook is an American.
There you go. All right. So we know that Facebook has gotten a lot of hot water with governments from all over the world, but despite all that and his last name, Mark Zuckerberg was born right here in Westchester, New York. SpaceX and the Tesla. It's a car. Is it American-born inventor or an immigrant?
It's an immigrant inventor of the space car.
SpaceX and Tesla. Was it an American-born citizen or an immigrant that was the inventor?
I guess immigrant.
Tesla, American-born citizen or an immigrant?
That's a tough one. Elon Musk.
Oh my God!
I don't know what. You know what? He's an American citizen.
You got the name. Listen, just you getting the name, I'll give it to you. But he is from South Africa. Big ups to Elon Musk, South African-born immigrant, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. Although he was born in South Africa, he now has a citizenship in Canada and the United States. Big ups to Elon, man. The home security system, American-born or immigrant?
Immigrants.
Think about this. Home security system. First, I want you to tell me, is it a man or a woman that invented it?
It's a woman that invented the home security system.
There you go, baby. That's what I'm saying. Read that. You said that with confidence. I say that's a shero right there. Right. You right. Was she American-born or an immigrant?
She was an immigrant.
Was she American-born or an immigrant?
I'm gonna say immigrant.
Big ups to all the ladies out there. Marie Van Britten Brown, American-born. That's huge. She's the one who created the home security system. Her patent laid the groundwork for crime prevention, traffic monitoring, surveillance cameras, and push-button alarm triggers. Big ups to the ladies out there. You my shero. Play-Doh, American-born citizen or an immigrant?
Ooh. That's a tough one right there.
You had Play-Doh when you was a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Play-Doh the philosopher or Play-Doh the
little clay stuff.
Oh, I used to eat that.
Me too. Play-Doh inventor, American-born or immigrant?
I think that person is an immigrant.
Good job. Okay, can you guess where?
Germany.
Chinese! All thanks to Chinese-American immigrant Dr. Tien Lu, we all have Play-Doh to play with. All right, now, the White House. Was it designed by an American-born citizen or an immigrant?
I would guess it's an American.
The inventor and designer of the White House, is it American-born or an immigrant?
Immigrants.
Immigrant or American-born?
Immigrant.
That's a stumper right there. I know it was built by African Americans.
Thank you.
But as to who designed it, you know what? I'm still gonna go with an immigrant.
Where do you think he was from?
Ooh, Europe?
Okay, Ireland.
Ireland, okay.
James Hoban from Ireland. Big ups to the immigrants. He created the design for the White House. He is from Ireland, but migrated to Philadelphia in 1785 and 1792. Won a design competition that is now the White House. Last one. Hot dogs. American-born inventor or immigrant?
American-born.
That's...
We all like hot dogs.
I love hot dogs. I just don't buy them from the stands because I think they wash their hands in that stuff.
They do dirty water. Dirty dog. Hot dog inventor. American-born or an immigrant?
Immigrants.
I mean, it's an American tradition, but...
I would think that's an immigrant that made the hot dog.
An immigrant, yep, an immigrant.
There you go, you got it, from Germany. Despite the American culture of us loving hot dogs, you know, we always barbecue them, we eat them at beaches. It ain't American, guys. Sausages have been around for a very long time. Started out in Germany in 1871. Charles Feltman, man, immigrants.
The Frankfurter.
It's all good, you did great though. I learned a lot today, and I hope you guys did too. Back to the studio, y'all.
All right. Last of the week. Let's see what we can do. Everybody knows the rules. We need complete silence. We need complete concentration. And hopefully I am not asked any government policy questions. And I'm going to answer 9 immigration questions in 50 seconds. Or my name is not Brad Bernstein.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
If I'm over 21 years old, am I eligible for special immigrant juvenile?
No.
Is fingerprinting to be included in my biometrics appointment?
Yes.
Can I be deported for a speeding ticket?
No.
Is a DUI bad moral character?
Perhaps.
Is Libya on Trump's travel ban list?
Everybody's on a travel ban right now, but I don't think Libya.
If I'm in an abusive marriage, can I divorce and still get a green card?
Yes, it's called a VAWA.
If previously deported, can I ever get a green card again?
Depends why you were deported.
Can I get a green card without an I-130 approval?
Yeah, through some other process.
If I can't speak or write or read English, can I get a green card?
Yes.
Woo!
Heyo, there it is. It's Friday. We didn't blow up the studio.
And Libya is on the travel ban. I don't remember every country on the travel ban. So I did not. So it's my fault, even though I answered the questions. I only answered 8 out of 9 correctly. Can't win them all. I did get it right.
See,
did I say Libya was on or no?
You said everybody's on the travel ban, so you said yeah.
I said everyone's on the travel. Oh, I did say it was. I did then. I thought I said no. I don't even remember what I answered. I did say Libya was on the travel ban.
You was like everybody on the travel ban.
Yeah, all right. So then I was correct.
Good job.
Yeah.
Comments of the day. Comments of the day.
All right, y'all. Our first comment of the day comes from Iona Gashi saying, hello, just wanted to say that I love your show very much. You bring a lot of positive energy to people. This is what we need in this difficult time. Love you guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okie dokie. Our next comment of the day comes from Clifford Gordon, and he says, you know, you are in trouble when you have a lawyer and still have to call the squad.
It's true.
Yes.
Very true. Yep.
That's true.
All right. Our third comment of the day comes from Carol Anderson, the Tiger, saying, Brad, you need a Jamaican ice cream. Grape nut and rum raisin. Ooh. Sounds
I like
good.
That too. I like that too. I'm an ice cream fanatic.
Yes.
Alrighty. The next one comes from Carol Anderson, the Tiger, saying, Brad, you need a Jamaican. Oh, wait. Rachel M. Sorry, I just missed that one. Rachel M. Thanks again for being a great American role model. For experience and expertise and strong leadership are very much appreciated.
Thank you very much. And that's it, guys?
Yes.
All right. You know what the Magic 8 Ball said. Both of you are going to have the best weekend ever. I wish it on you both.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Have a great weekend, squad. We'll see you Monday. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. are you doing?